Hello and welcome to another episode of the Wear Brothers podcast. We're coming at you on June 20th, 2022.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Bro, Migo. How's it going?
Good, Broligo.
Broligo?
Yeah.
It's like the League of Brothers. Broligo.
That's right. We're like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
We're the League of Extraordinary Brothers.
That too. Yeah, there we go. So we are coming at everybody a day later than normal. But Ken, we had a very good reason for coming in a little bit late this week.
We did.
Do you know what that is?
I don't remember.
We had a very jam-packed weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We were actually hanging out together this weekend. It was Ken's birthday a few weeks ago, so I finally got to go out and see him.
It was brotastic.
It was brotastic, and we celebrated in style.
Sure did.
Yep.
What did we do, Taylor?
I can't tell them everything we did.
Oh.
I can tell them some of it.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we did nothing on Friday. It was excellent. Oh, we did watch the latest episode of The Boys.
Yes, that we did do.
They are not a sponsor of ours. They sure wish they were, because we would talk them up to great extent. The Boys, anybody who hasn't watched it, highly recommended. Just do not watch it in front of any young children or even mildly older children or anybody who's squeamish. Anyways, The Boys was excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, on Amazon Prime. Saturday was an all-American broism weekend, for sure. We started the day with a trip up north to Northeast Snowmobile and ATV Rentals. Again, not a sponsor, but I absolutely love that place.
At their Gorham
location. They have a location in Freiburg, Maine, and Gorham, New Hampshire. Anybody in the New England area, tell you what, if you ever want to go snowmobiling or doing some ATV rentals, they're the place to go. I've been with them 3 times for snowmobiling, and this is my 4th time with them for ATVs. We rented a pair of Polaris Razor 1000s, and we had a grand old time cutting up some trails. And Ken, what did you think of that? It was your first time out doing ATVs?
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a lot of fun. We went just the 2 of us. We each had our own, and we were just slightly disappointed. Only in one thing. And Polaris. Now it didn't. So okay. So the trails, the speed limit on the trails are 25 miles an hour, which we absolutely stuck to 100% of the time. Didn't go a lick over 25 miles per hour.
That's
so
right.
I don't know why I was upset about this, but Polaris this season limited all of their ATVs to 37. Well, they said 30. It went to 37.
Yeah, if I got like a running start.
I don't know if it went to 37.
I know. I was told if you get a running start, it would hit like 36 or 37. In years past,
yes, right,
they had no limits. And I've been told they'll do like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. But we could not experience that this year because we stuck to the speed limit of only 25 miles an hour.
Absolutely. Even on those long straightaways.
Yeah. It was a little chilly. It was only in the low 50s. Little rainy, which at least cut down on a lot of the dust, but we found a few mud holes, a few mud puddles, and we had a grand old time.
You got covered in mud.
Yep.
Was missing the caps on the floorboard. So as I saw this big mud puddle, my brain said, "Oh, hit that as fast as you can."
At 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, at 25 miles an hour. Not thinking that, I was going to get soaked. But it was a blast.
In the floorboards, they have holes that they can like hose them out to clean them out. And there's supposed to be caps that cover those holes. Well, both of our machines did not have any caps in them. And we realized it a little too late. Because I remember racing at 25 miles an hour through that mud puddle. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why is the bottom of my pants all wet? And I'm like, oh, because there's a giant hole in the floorboard. That was awesome. But yeah, that was great. We had some delicious Thai food for lunch.
Oh, so good.
We followed that up with a trip to the gun range.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. We were slightly terrified by the gentleman next to us popping off his AR-15. So that was a treat. That was a lot of fun. But it was an all-American weekend for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But it was awesome. And I appreciate the birthday gift taking me out. That was it was a real treat. So
you're welcome. I told you I would treat you. I was only not responsible for speeding tickets on the trails and any damage to your ATV. You were on your own, but
Yeah,
you
I
did
gotta
well.
say that blew my mind. I mean, it makes sense when you told me about it, but I just didn't think that like, oh, there are actually police officers out monitoring these trails. Like these trails actually have speed limits. And I will say what I did find it's gonna be funny is that in the areas that we were in, um, it crossed like the border to different towns
Mhm.
when we like as we were like going through the trails, and it felt funny that we had to actually drive through, like get off of the trail, drive through town with these ATVs, and they're street legal as well. So we're just like in traffic, driving through town to get to another trail. And yeah, it was kind of an odd feeling, just kind of like, are we supposed to be here right now? But
Yeah, it's I remember the first well, even this year, every time I go and I turn it onto the street, I have to keep telling myself, I'm supposed to be here. It's okay to be bombing down the street in an ATV. We did get lost at one point because the GPS tricked me. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty good adventure. We did come across one set of fine police officers out on the trail. They were very friendly, waved to us because we were doing the speed limit at that given point
yep.
and the whole rest of the points. I will say in years past, I have been not so fortunate and may have gotten a speeding ticket 2 years ago out on the trails. Yep, good times.
But with that being said, I would love to go and do that again. So Northeast Snowmobile and ATV rentals.
Yeah.
Recommend them. Great place.
Highly. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that was the extent of our bro weekend together.
Yeah, it was great.
A lot of fun. Played some Nintendo Switch games. Checked out some games on your PS5. Yep.
It's good stuff.
That was
Good
some good
stuff.
stuff. So, anyways, shall we get started on today's episode of Here in the Now?
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
better get started. Oh, actually,
Oh,
well, no,
just kidding.
no. We will get started because this is big news. Taylor, why don't you tell the folks what you did this afternoon?
I took a nap. It was amazing.
Huge news, people.
I'm just kidding.
Breaking
I actually
news.
did not take a nap. We are now, by the time you're going to be listening to this, we are now live with the Weir Brothers podcast YouTube channel. That's right. It's there. The YouTube channel.
Yeah, get it.
So far, the episodes that we have released as the podcast will only be available in audio format on YouTube. But we do have some sweet new high def cameras coming our way soon. Once we get those in, we'll be starting to upload video to the YouTube channel as well. So I think by episode, this is episode 15. I'm thinking by episode 17, we'll be locked and loaded and ready to roll on YouTube.
Yep, we're gonna be looking to get some things commissioned. So if anyone knows anybody that does video
Animation
work, things like that, feel free to reach out to us at the Weir Brothers Podcast at gmail.com. Still sifting through millions of emails, so
it's going to be tough to pick those out. I'm sure we'll have people filming at the mouth to be setting up these animations for us. So
absolutely,
you just send us what you got. We'll pick out the right candidate.
That's right.
That's right.
So that's it. Going to kick off the news.
There we go. Yes. So some Diablo news for you. Because I know we were talking about Diablo last time, Diablo 4 to be specific. They have come out and said that for years to come, there will be DLC support as well as full story expansions. Are you glad to hear that, Ken?
Yeah. They did that with Diablo 3, but with Diablo 4, like I said, it seems like they're really leaning heavy into to make this like a standalone real like platform as far as, like I said, adding the PvP aspect. They're leaning real heavy, and they have even come out and said that to not let the poor criticism of Diablo Immortal for the mobile platforms to scare people away from Diablo 4. Completely different. Like Diablo 4 is not set up by any means to be a mobile game, meaning the cash the cash structure for Diablo Immortal is based on a free to play game, whereas Diablo 4 you're paying $60-$70 for a game. So the money model for those games are completely different. So
Well, speaking of money model, this was later on in our news, but I guess I'll bring it up now. Diablo Immortal has so far crossed in the first 2 weeks that it's been on, has made $24 million just in the first 2 weeks. So something seems to be working out okay there for them.
Yeah, that certainly doesn't surprise me. These free to play models, like in games like that, people always are very critical of them because obviously like they want to make sure if they're going to be spending money, they get their money's worth. So I haven't played Diablo Immortal at all. I don't plan to. So but clearly a lot of people have put money into it. If it's made 24 million in just 2 weeks, we'll see how long that lasts if it keeps breaking in money like that for them. But hey,
good for them, I suppose.
Good
if
for
you
them.
can, I guess if you can take that money and put it towards, like Diablo 4, Diablo 5, whatever your like full-fledged game is going to be, you got to take with the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Some Monster Hunter news for you. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Demo was released earlier this week. Have you downloaded that yet?
Sure have.
I bet you have.
Yep.
That's a silly question. Why would I even ask?
So yeah,
I should have been like, hey Ken, when did you download the demo?
That should have been your question.
I know.
But yeah, I did. I did download the demo. And I have not. I've played it just very, very briefly. Tried out the Great Sword with the new Switch skills. There's a really cool counter to the Great Sword now, which is really fun to use.
Is the counter the really great sword?
Yes.
I have the great sword. I will block it with the really great sword. Oh, you found my weakness.
I'm going to get you into Monster Hunter one of these days. It just hasn't hit you yet.
Yeah, because I have the really great sword. I countered it.
No.
So it hasn't hit me yet.
No. One of these days.
All right. Fair enough. Resident Evil news for you from the Capcom presentation. Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7. I don't know what happened with 4, 5, and 6. Get next-gen upgrades on the PS and Xbox. And according to IGN.com, they, I quote, add support for 4K, high frame rate, ray tracing, and 3D audio. What in the world is 3D audio? Isn't audio always 3D?
So I'm trying to think. So over the weekend, you and I watched a video from the video or the game enthusiast. What's the YouTuber guy you really like?
The gaming historian.
The gaming historian.
Big fan of gaming historian.
And I don't know if you remember, he brought up a gentleman by the name of Mark Cerny.
Yes.
In the video. So
there's a video on Spyro. I think it was the one about the history of Spyro.
Yep. Yeah. So he worked. I don't know if he still does, but up until just recently, even up until like just when the PS5 launched, Mark Cerny worked for PlayStation. And when they did the reveals for like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, and the PS5, Mark Cerny always did the presentations to talk about all the hardware and the guts and like the technical stuff like that. So one time he talked about 3D audio, and I believe that he described it as, so like if say you have something, it's like, think of it like the HD rumble in like the Switch, like how it feels like, oh, there's marbles rolling down, or there's like blocks of cubes, like you can actually, the texture, you can almost feel it versus like a square rolling or a ball rolling. If squares roll, but so like imagine like 3D audio. If say there's like a dinosaur behind you and it's breathing, it will actually sound like it's coming from behind you, like versus something coming in front of you or from the side.
Okay.
So it's almost like surround sound, but all in your
3D.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how he described
it. I'll buy that for $1. All right. So some Overwatch news. Overwatch 2 beta got released is getting released on the 28th of June, and they had signups a few days ago on the 16th. Are you checking out Overwatch 2 at all? I know we had talked about this I think it was last week, and You had played through the first one with Optimus Prime, right?
Yeah.
The big gorilla.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, as far as I know, maybe they had story content, but I think pretty sure the first Overwatch was just pretty much all PvP. It was just like player versus player, 5v5.
Fair enough.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I hadn't really played it, so I will take your word for that.
Yeah, it's a fun game. But yeah, I don't know if the beta, I might as well sign up for it just to give it a shot.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah.
Some more Starfield news. We talked about Starfield last week with the big reveal. So Bethesda says there will be 4 main cities in Starfield, including New Atlantis, which is the capital of United Colonies. It is the largest city they've ever developed in a video game. That was my mind exploding.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think of like large. I mean, because playing through Skyrim, I mean,
yeah. So they said it's going to be larger than the main. They actually listed Skyrim and the latest Fallout game, that it was larger than both of those main cities in those games.
Yeah, I didn't think the main cities in those were like that big. So,
well, apparently this is going to be that big,
that big,
and then some. Yeah. So, little something for you there. I'm either way. I'm super excited to see this game. It
for sure.
Yeah, I'll be all over this at some point. Some down video game news. May of this year was the slowest game sales month in almost 2 years. Wah, wah, wah.
Did you buy any games this month?
Nope, it's all my fault. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Well, I guess it'd be in May. Did I buy anything in May? Nope. I just started playing Pokemon Shield off of you that you bought like 3 years ago.
There we go.
Did you buy anything?
I don't think I did.
How dare you?
In May? Yeah, I can't. No, I take that back. I bought the Mass Effect trilogy. It was on sale.
Dare you? Oh, dare. Yeah, and you bought it on sale. That's why it was such a slow month. If you had paid full price, it would have not been the slowest month in 2 years.
There you go. That's true.
So, like, we missed being the slowest by $30 in a $3 billion industry.
So why do they think that? What is like? Or well, not why. Obviously, it's a fact, but like, what do they think
caused it?
Yeah.
That I don't know. They just basically what I saw is that it was the slowest it had been. I would say, I think it's because probably there's going to be a slew of really, really good games coming out this summer. So maybe people are just like biding their time, and not everybody, I'm assuming, can just run out and buy every single game that comes out. So if you're picking and choosing, I know, right? If you're picking and choosing, like most of us are, you're probably saving up your pennies for the worthwhile games that are going to be coming out later this summer. That'd be probably my guess.
Yeah. I can't think of any like super big releases in May.
I mean, the other thing could be the $5, $6, $7, $8 a gallon in gas out there right now, or inflation's, shooting through the roof.
Now you're thinking.
We're not going to get too political on this podcast. I'm just saying that may have something to do with it.
Oh, that ain't a political thing. That's just a whole bunch of BS all around.
I read something the other day that says the average family is spending $480 a month more on like gas and groceries right now compared to how they were a few months ago. That's crazy.
But you guys didn't come here to listen to that.
That money could be going to video games, worthwhile causes.
That's right.
That's right.
See, if you buy video games and you stay home, you use less gas.
Exactly. So, you're helping the environment by playing video games.
See, that's why in my early 20s, I always said that if it wasn't for Destiny and different games, I would have spent more money out at bars drinking. But instead, I stayed home and drank and played Destiny.
That's a spare, Ken. Some good advice to offer our listeners. That's why you come here, for good advice.
From Ken.
Save money, play video games.
Exactly.
All right. Some Final Fantasy news. Cool. So this actually threw me for a little bit of loop. So the remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth, is coming out in winter of 2023. So we're still a year and a half, well, a little over a year away. And they've also announced it's going to be part of a 3-part trilogy. Did you know that?
So it's going to be, it's considered part 2.
Yeah.
Is
that what I said?
Yeah, I just didn't know if you meant like that it's the start of a 3-part trilogy.
Well, originally it was announced it was just going to be a two-parter, and now they've split it into 3.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Wow, it's great.
I don't know.
Okay. Because you've never played. You never played.
I haven't played the remake, so I guess
Final
it doesn't
Fantasy VII
really.
remake. But
Yeah, it
you
doesn't-
did see some gameplay of it because I
I
showed
did.
you
It looked amazing on your PS4.
Yeah. So of course I was playing it on the PS5, but I didn't find out until last night that
After I had left.
I was thinking that when you downloaded it onto the PS5, I knew that there was a PS5 upgrade, but I thought it just automatically did that. Well, turns out that
No.
on the PS5, I was just playing the PS4 version. So I went back, deleted the game, found the PS5 upgrade, which they hide behind friggin' back walls and crazy stuff. Finally found it, downloaded that. So I'll actually finally be able to play the game at 60 frames per second, which I am super excited about. And I also got the Yuffie DLC, which you can only play on the PS5. You can't play it on the PS4. So excited, which I never played through. I beat the game on the PS4. So really, I'm gonna play through it again. Really excited to play through it again. Yeah.
After Mass Effect.
After Mass Effect.
Oh, sure, right. Some more Resident Evil news. They did Capcom as part of their presentation. They also talked about some more Resident Evil news. The Reverse launches October 28th of this year. It is a 6-person P versus P death match. That could be interesting. You can play as a bunch of different characters from the Resident Evil series, from what I understand.
PvP.
That's what I said.
Yeah, P versus P.
Versus P?
Just PvP.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. I was letting some people know who didn't know what PvP meant. That it's person versus person. Good. Stop judging me.
I'm not judging you.
Okay. Anyways. And some other news for Resident Evil 4 remake that is not going to be on the Switch right now. Thank you very much. Appears to show you aiming while moving. That is new. Oh my goodness. I hadn't really thought about this because we had played through it on the Wii and the GameCube. But apparently whenever you'd aim, you were stationary. You couldn't move once you like aimed. But apparently in the preview for it, it shows you aiming and moving. Amazing.
That's pretty huge. It's been a long time since I've played Resident Evil 4, but I'd imagine if they kept it like that where you didn't move while aiming, that would feel really weird now, because just where modern first-person shooters, you can aim and move in all of them.
Yeah, I never remembered it being an issue, and I played through it. Like I said, I liked it way more in the Wii, and like the fact that you could like point, and I have to like point with a joystick. Yeah, I don't remember this being an issue, but now that they say it, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, that's what we got going on with the news this week. Ken, anything in particular you wanted to touch on that we went over?
Yeah, is Resident Evil 4 remake, is that going to be a day one buy for you?
I hate you right now.
Okay, moving on. No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it for the PlayStation and stare at it. Oh, this is so cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy it and then use it as target practice with my gun. I am contributing to gaming sales as well as ammunition sales.
There you go.
And just pew pew pew.
No, the Final Fantasy VII 25-year anniversary stream that happened last Friday. They released information. I'm really glad to see that the remake is now going to be split into 3 parts. Hopefully that means that they can really just keep adding and really making each part that much better, because I don't know if you know this or not, but in Final Fantasy VII remake, the whole game is literally only up until it's just Midgar.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So there's still a whole bunch left to Final Fantasy VII, but they did such a good job with the remake that I have full faith in.
How many hours was your playthrough that you did of the first part? Do you know?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd have to look on my PS4, but I'm almost certain it was close to 50, 60 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like it
yeah.
didn't take. Oh, was there new stuff added from the original game? I mean, I guess if you're just remaking it, I guess I don't understand why it needs to be so much longer.
So, like, I mean, it is a remake, but it sucks. Obviously, you don't have a PlayStation. At some point, I should let you borrow my PlayStation 4 so you can play through it.
No, that's okay. I'm all set. I don't need it.
Yes. No, really, you should play through it. It's an awesome game. They did take some creative liberties, and obviously where it's not exactly like 1-to-1, but it's pretty damn close. But with a little bit of extra this and that sprinkled throughout. So,
Gotcha. All right, fair enough.
anything for you? Anything stand out?
Nope, just disappointment in Final Fantasy. I mean, not Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 4. Yeah, that's about it. So
I'll let you know how it is.
thanks. What a pal. Games of the week. What do you got?
I got a whole bunch of stuff for
A
you.
smorgasbord.
Well, let's start off with Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout coming for the Xbox One and Switch. So this is actually it's really not coming out for much because just the Xbox One and the Switch, but it comes out on June 21st. Says, excuse me. Fall Guys is a massively multiplayer party game with up to 60 players online for a free-for-all struggle through round after round of escalating chaos until one victor remains.
Like a fighting game, I would assume. Ultimate Knockout.
Yeah, so Fall Guys, it looks like this indie. It almost looks like. Do you ever see Squid Games?
I haven't, but like I know of it. But okay, now that you say that, I guess that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, so it's almost like these little kind of trials things that y'all have like work through and stuff. Looks like it'd be fun.
When I first quickly glanced at it when I was putting this together and you sent it to me, I thought it said Family Guy. I'm like, oh, there's a Family Guy fighting game. I'm like, oh, it's Fall Guys. Just kidding.
I'm surprised they could do a Family Guy fighting game.
That would be dope. There's a lot of characters.
There is. I mean, Peter versus the chicken. Come on.
That'd be like its whole own side quest.
Exactly.
You just have like an unlimited battle basically to see how long you can survive. Stewie versus Brian.
Hey, if they're doing this, what's it called? The Rick and Morty, video game with the aliens and the guns and all that. They do a Family Guy fighting game.
Oliver, what do you got?
Coming up next, we have the Shadowrun Trilogy Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and the Switch. So it is coming out for all the major consoles. On June 21st, the legendary Shadowrun Trilogy, including Shadowrun Return, Shadowrun Hong Kong, and Shadowrun Dragonfall, is coming to all current and last-gen consoles on the 21st of June and is available for pre-order with a... This is off of the Steam description. By the way, with a 25% discount. Prepare to explore this dystopian cyberpunk future in which magic has reawakened. Have you played the original Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo?
No. I was just going to say, like, I was thinking, at first I was thinking this was a completely different game. There was like a first-person shooter from, I thought it was 3D Realms, who made Duke Nukem. I thought it had a similar title, Shadow something. But this was not what I was thinking of until you just said it was for the Super Nintendo.
I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right game. Yeah, Shadowrun, 1993 video game, and it's an RPG.
That's cool.
So yes, it is the game I'm thinking of. So yeah, so Shadowrun. So this is like a cult classic. I feel like I've been using that description a lot for stuff. It's a cult classic video game, but RPG video game that people love. For instance, a good friend of ours who is also our cousin, Matt, this is one of his favorite, if not his favorite RPG for the Super Nintendo, Shadowrun.
I don't even think I had played it originally.
Yeah, no, neither have I. So the Shadowrun trilogy, I'm pretty sure that, and this is like it's kind of like it's redone, like a remaster type version of it.
Matt, there you go. That's for you. The Shadowrun trilogy.
There you go.
Jump on it.
Jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. So coming up next, we have Wreckfest. Not to be confused with everyone's favorite meal of the day, breakfast.
I was thinking Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh.
Anyways, for
That
the
too.
Switch.
So Wreckfest for the Switch comes out June 21st. Wreckfest is a demolition derby themed racing game with soft body damage modeling, sophisticated driving dynamics, and an in-depth vehicle upgrade. Oh, an in-depth vehicle upgrading. Featuring both demolition debris and more traditional track races. It's all about fun, breakneck racing, and over-the-top crashes.
Yeehaw. You think this is going to rival the new Forza Motorsport game in terms
Pretty
of
close.
graphic capabilities?
This probably beats it.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think it's Watch
Easy.
out, Forza. Wreckfest is coming for
Wreckfest. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks super amazing. Can't wait to get it.
Yeah. Horizon. Forza. Oh, not Horizon, but Forza.
Yep. And I'm gonna Wreckfest it all morning long. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what that meant either, but
Moving
I
on.
believe you.
That's right.
Coming up next, we have Sonic Origins. We touched on this last week a little bit, but it's coming out for everything.
Everything.
PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. Steam description reads that it comes out June 23rd. That says, relive the classic adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in this new remaster.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot we need to talk about. Like I said, we talked about this last week in the news.
Yeah, I watched a small video on this. Yeah, they say like new remaster. Yeah, I mean, the graphics look exactly the same.
That's what I said. I mean, like I said, I always thought it looked really good on the Sega Genesis. So I don't know.
So like I know that when they like the difference between a remaster and a remake. Like if you want like the complete overhaul, you're looking for remake. Remaster is just kind of like a bump up as far as like same old, but now bumped up to like 4K, higher res. So
Coolio.
That's what we got. Next, we have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes coming out for the Nintendo Switch. This comes out June 24th.
Oh, how do you like that PlayStation? What?
Wait, what?
It's not available on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, but we both have Switches. What?
It wasn't a shot at you. It was a shot at PlayStation peeps.
Yeah,
What? Keep going.
Nintendo says that reads, step into the shores of Shez.
The shoes.
The shoes of Shez. A chaise? Like a chaise lounge? Step into the shoes of chaise lounge as they join Edelgard, Dimitri.
Edelgard.
That's what I said. Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, and other Fire Emblem trademarks. 3 houses characters and fight for the future of Fodlin. Align with a leader to build and command an army in strategic 1 versus 1,000 style battles. The house you choose will bring you through one of 3 compelling stories, each with a different outcome. Yeah, so it's a Dynasty Warriors game that's Fire Emblem.
As you're trying to read all these names, all I could think of is that French guy, Juicy.
Juicy Smouye. Really good stand-up by Dave Chappelle. If anyone's interested in checking it out,
that was pretty good.
Justice for Juicy.
Anyways, Fire Emblem Warriors, right up there with Hyrule Warriors and Dynasty Warriors and all the other warriors.
So I will say that this is the second Fire Emblem Warriors game that's come out for the Switch. The first Fire Emblem Warriors game, I did not play it, but it did get very good reviews and said that it was a really great adaptation of the Dynasty Warriors formula. And they added different Fire Emblem flair from their series into the Dynasty Warriors formula, and it got very good reviews. And Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which is the normal Fire Emblem game that this Fire Emblem Warriors game is based on, did really well for the Switch. So I imagine that this game is going to be a lot of fun. So
cool. Ka-choo.
And then the last game that we have coming out here this week is Capcom Fighting Collection. That's coming out for the PlayStation 4, the PC, Xbox One, and the Switch. It comes out on June 24th. So Steam's description reads 10 of Capcom's most popular arcade games in one bumper collection.
Bumper collection.
It's like I could have wrote this better. No offense, Steam. We love you. A wide variety of titles are included from series such as Street Fighter and Darkstalkers, Cyberbots, and the first home console port of Red Earth. And of course, all the titles support online play. So this actually comes with 10 games, which is exactly what I said earlier, which is good. But the
you could have written this better than Steam.
I could have. So the 10 games are Dark Stalkers, the Night Warriors, Darkstalkers, Revenge, Vampire Savior, The Lord of Vampire, Vampire Hunter 2, Darkstalkers Revenge,
again,
Vampire Survivor 2, The Lord
Savior.
of Vampire. That's what I said. Savior 2, The Lord of Vampire, Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Gem Fighter Minimax, Cyberbots Full Metal Madness, and Red Earth.
Wow, that's a lot.
10 games. All jumbled up in there. 10 games.
Them Darkstalkers, they got a lot of revenge going on there.
They really do, man. Against vampires and saviors and survivors. So those are all the games coming out this week. Anything?
No, is there anything you're looking forward to?
You tell me.
Beat you.
I'm kind of interested in this Shadowrun trilogy, to be honest with you.
I'm interested in this Family Guys Ultimate Knockout. I mean, Fall Guys. Never
Fall
mind.
Guys. Are you really interested in that one?
No, just kidding. I just want to say Family Guy and some Wreckfest.
Wreckfest.
It's the Wreckfest of champions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see, right? Nope. Like I said, maybe Sonic Origins, but only if it's at like a bare bones price of $9.95.
$9.95.
That's right.
That's your limit, huh?
That's my buy-in. Going once, going twice.
Sold for $9.95.
All right. This week in history, Ken, what do we got? Anything good?
Well, you tell me. I got a little game here back in 1991 called Sonic the Hedgehog.
What a terrible year.
Came out. Oh no, I'm thinking, I'm like 1991. Let's see. How old is the game? Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, 31. Right. Duh. They came out for the Sega Genesis.
Sega, what is this?
The Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Console. I can't believe we never had one.
I can, because we are a Nintendo family. So you had to go buy a PlayStation and an Xbox. By the way, thank you for buying that Xbox. There were some amazing games on the 360.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So Sonic. It's amazing. This week, Sonic the Hedgehog. That's probably why Sonic Origins is also coming out this week. That wouldn't.
Yeah. That's for the anniversary.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It actually said this was for their anniversary. That's cool. Yeah.
It's like, Ken, you read that in the description. Anyway, so in 1993 this week, you also had a really big game for the Sega Genesis called Echo the Dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
Came out 29 years ago.
I tried it briefly on the Nintendo Switch Sega emulator.
Oh, yeah.
I played it for about 30 seconds and then got frustrated and I moved on to something else. But the graphics looked really good for that 30 seconds.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember playing Echo at someone's house before.
Is that how a sound a dolphin makes?
I think that's close. Yeah, I think.
Right, cool.
If I was a dolphin, that's how I'd sound.
All right. What's the last game we got in this week in history?
This week in history, the last game we got is back in 1996 for the PC. 26 years ago, we have Quake.
Great game. Not as good as Duke Nukem, but it was a good game. Played through it, beat it, liked it.
Love it.
Yeehaw. All right. After a short break, we'll be back with our deep dive. Stay tuned.
Okay, so let's get into our deep dive this week, which is a bit of an annoying one we've figured out to do. It came off like it was going to be such a great idea, and we went into it very, very strong, I feel like. But then off air, we're talking about how, we realized that this was a little bit more difficult than we first anticipated.
Yeah, it was something we would always talk about in random. And we were like, oh, this would be a great thing to talk about on our podcast. And then as we did research for it, we're like, this was a difficult one to do for our podcast. So basically what we've done is we've each come up with 5 video games that we would like seen turned into a movie or a TV series, and listed off some characters to play kind of the main parts of these video games. And yeah, that's what we got.
So we selected what actors we thought would play these roles in these parts. And I just hit my mic again. That's the second time it's happened in this episode.
Good job out of you. Our viewers and listeners love that. There's driving in the car. Wham! Oh my god.
So this episode, this part, if and when we make it big with our millions of followers, this is one that I can't wait to see the YouTube comments on, because I feel like why would you have these? Those are the worst possible choice. This is so...
Or positive thoughts. People are like, wow, you're geniuses. You should be movie directors.
You should be writers.
Casting directors.
Casting directors.
That's right. We are available.
That's right. Hollywood, stay away from us.
That's right. Ken, would you like to kick us off, or do you want me to jump down the rabbit hole?
So like I said, I have 2 ones that I feel really good about, and then 3 that are just kind of throwaways. So I'm gonna give you the ham sandwich. I'm gonna start with a good one, give you the things in the middle, and then I'll end on a high note with that. So
ham sandwich. Wow, I like that. What if I like roast beef?
Actually, I don't know why I say it. We both are roast beef fans. So,
by the way, if you're ever in Laconia or Guilford area of New Hampshire, John's Roast Beef and Deli.
Shout Amazing. Out. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. We are just giving away free advertisements left and right.
John's Roast Beef and Deli. Yeah, I love it though. We love it. It's so
the
good.
Fat Boy.
What'd you just call me?
You heard me.
Friday night.
The best sandwich there. They have a buffalo chicken melted sandwich. The Fat Boy.
Your boy Ken just loves their roast beef sandwiches.
Okay. True.
I love all their sandwiches, but that's my go-to. If you're going to John's Roast Beef and Deli,
get the roast beef and deli.
Get the roast beef and deli. So anyway,
right. Yeah, go ahead. Kick us off. You're number 1.
So, and this isn't necessarily in any order, just this, So I'm gonna go with Resident Evil 4.
Ooh.
Should be made into. You could do. I'd say probably just a movie, but I also think that you could do a TV show with this one, like use the 4 in the video game and then spin off, just because I thought and think that Resident Evil 4 had such great characters in the game. So for the cast, for Leon, the main character, I have... You're smiling. Do you also have this game on your
list?
This is
on my list, and I also picked it as a movie. So I'll be interested to see who you picked for people.
Oh, this is exciting. This is cool. Okay. All right.
Who do you got for Leon?
So for Leon, I have Brenton Thwaites.
Oh my God, that's exactly who I picked.
Shut up.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea who that is.
Oh. So you do though, and I know I'm butchering his last name.
No, I have no idea who that is.
No.
Oh, okay. When did you tell me?
When I tell you, you will be like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
I'm telling you.
So I'm telling you. So it's the actor who plays Dick Grayson in Titans.
Okay, I actually have him for another one of mine. I was like, that name sounds familiar.
So you knew him before I even told you.
Wait, I'm trying to think what I have him in. Okay, yeah, I get you now. Yep.
In Resident Evil?
No, I have him in a different game on my list.
Oh, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. So I have him as Leon.
Okay.
What do you see it? You think that's
I do. Do you want to go back and forth? Since it's on my list, I'll tell you who I picked for.
Oh, great.
Leon. Yeah, you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
So for my Leon Kennedy, I had Tom Hardy.
Really? Tom? Yeah.
Okay. Well, not like Bane version.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Okay.
I think I don't know if I've ever I can't picture Tom Hardy with like the Leon hair, like with the long hair.
Well, I was kind of looking at him like in Venom, but like blonde. Or
cool. That's it.
Or Mad Max. Yep.
That's true.
Yep. All right. Now who you got?
Oh, so for Luis Serra,
Yep.
I have Diego Boneta. People may know him from the likes of Luis Miguel, the series, or
Nope.
he was in Terminator Dark Fate 2019. He was in Mean Girls 2. He was in the movie Rock of Ages. But so he is a Mexican actor, and I just think looking at him, I think that he could play the part very well of Luis.
I like that. Yeah. Luis Serra.
Yeah.
I don't know how I think I might screw up his last name. Taylor Kitsch he was in X-Men Origins Wolverine as Remy LeBeau or Gambit. That's probably what I know him from the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fits, I thought.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good. That would be a good pick.
I like yours. That was good. Who else you got for characters in this?
So actually, I have a lot of them actually. So for the next one, for Jack Krauser, did you pick one for him?
Mm-hmm.
So for Jack Krauser, I picked Brock Lesnar.
Actually, I almost went with him, and then I thought of somebody else who you will know right off the bat. Alan Richson.
I don't know who that is.
Also from Titans. Played, and he's in the new Reacher TV series.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good call.
Yep.
I like that. I see it.
He is a big dude. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yep. He's a beast. Do you got Ada Wong, I'm assuming, on yours?
I do have Ada Wong.
Who do you have playing her?
I think you're going to like my pick. Karen Fukuhara.
Who is that?
She plays in The Boys as Kimiko.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's a good choice.
I just not so much necessarily like looks wise as just as far as, because I think the woman Karen Fukuhara, she might be a little bit shorter, and Ada Wong in the game, she kind of looks like a taller female character, but she's just such a badass in The Boys, and Ada is a badass in the games, and I was just like, I bet she could rock that character.
I went with a fellow badass you'll recognize, Ming-Na Wan. Ming-Na Wan. She played in ER, but probably more famous recently for that Marvel TV show.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, she played a badass. She beat the shit out of a lot of people.
So that would be a good, if I'm thinking of the right person. In ER, she dated Pratt?
Yes. She was like the only Asian doctor on there.
That's fair. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, she's pretty cool. I like her a lot.
Gotcha.
Who else you got from Resident Evil 4?
I get Ashley Graham. Her character.
Who? Oh, the president's daughter?
Yeah, the girl that you're trying to save through the game.
That loser. Actually, I didn't have her on here. Why didn't I have her on here?
I
didn't have her on there. But go on, let me know.
Interesting. So I have Chloe Grace Moretz. I'm sorry. Chloe Grace Moretz. She was in the movie with the superhero movie. She played the girl with Nicolas Cage was her father.
Oh, Hitman,
badass.
Kick-ass.
Badass.
Badass.
Kick-ass.
One of those asses.
Yeah, so she played, obviously she's older now, but she played the young girl in that movie.
That's a good choice.
I thought she, kind of similar look, good actor.
Did you have Torres Mendez?
Yep.
Who did you have playing him?
I have Andrew Bernarski.
Who?
Who'd you have?
I had Paul White, The Big Show.
Oh,
because the guy in the game is huge. He's really tall, and he kind of looks like him. So I went with Paul White.
That's a really good pick.
He's a decent actor. He had his own TV series on Netflix for one season called The Big Show, and I found it very hilarious. I think you do a good job of that.
I think you're right. I can see that.
Big guy, real big guy.
So the guy that I picked he's 6'5", and he was in the two newest, I believe the two newest, but at least the 2003 and the 2006 Texas Chainsaw Massacres. If you want to take a guess, he played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like he played the Texas Chainsaw
Guy
guy.
who was massacring.
Yeah,
He was
with
the
a chainsaw.
massacrer. The massacrer.
Yeah.
Okay. I have
Um,
no idea who that is, but if he's a big guy, I mean, Paul White's bigger, but
yeah. Oh yeah, I like your pick better.
all right,
I
that's
think
fair enough. Who else did you have for your? Did you have Sadler? Osmond
I
Sadler?
yes, I did.
Who did you have?
I had Gary Oldman.
Okay. Yep, that's solid. That's solid pick. I can see that.
Who'd you have?
I had Christopher Eccleston. Ecclestone, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He was one of the lead Doctor Who, and he also played the bad guy in The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's cool. Really good pick.
Yeah.
I never saw Doctor Who. I know all the different seasons, new
Yeah.
doctors, and all. Yeah.
And then who did you? I'm assuming you had Ramon Salazar.
Yes,
I'm thinking we picked the same person.
I hope so.
Did you go with Peter Dinklage?
Oh,
What? No, how did you not go with him?
because he's not a little person.
He's pretty close in the game.
Well, no, he is, but like he's not like right. I don't think. Well, so okay, but it's funny that you say Peter Dinklage because I didn't go with Peter Dinklage, but I did go with another Game of Thrones
Character
actor,
Okay.
Jack Gleason. He played Joffrey.
Oh, that rotten little piece of crap.
Yeah, I thought he would like.
That's good.
fit very well with that character.
No, I went with Peter Dinklage.
That's good. That's good though. But that's all of them. That's all the characters I have.
So we had pretty much all the same characters other than the president's daughter.
So that's really funny. I was not expecting us to have like because there was a few games that first popped to my mind, but I figured you're probably gonna do that one. So
I actually forgot that I had that on my list, and I'm like, oh, Resident Evil 4, that'd make a great. Oh, that's on my list because we made this like 2 months ago, month and a half ago.
Right?
So,
Yeah, we've been this is the one that we've been sitting on for a while.
All right, you want me to go with one of my games?
Yeah.
All right, so I went with one that I would love to see turned into a movie, Mega Man.
Ooh, I almost did that too.
So it's not on your list. Okay.
No.
So for me, I had as Mega Man. And this is somebody who almost every one of these movies, I'm like, oh, I could use this actor. But I had to
wait. I need to ask you a question first?
Yes.
Is it Mega Man X or like what? Like what?
No,
would
I went
you
with the original Mega Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I would have gone with X.
Well, I went because I felt like the bad guys in it are way more iconic. For whatever, like I primarily was picturing like. Well, so I was going to come up with a bunch of the bad guys, but that was a lot of work to come up with actors for all the bad guys. So I just
I get it. But when you think of, you think Cutman and Gutsman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. I told you earlier off air, I didn't pick The Rock for any one of them, but if I did, he would have played Gutsman.
Gutsman, yeah.
So for this one, so I was thinking more of the cartoon, those characters that were, from season. So for my Mega Man, I have Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah.
Dr. Wily, the actor, famous actor, John Malkovich.
Ooh, he'd play a good Dr. Wily.
He would. Then
Dr. Wily's a bad guy for those who don't know.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. And then for Dr. Light, Robbie Coltrane.
I know the name
from Harry Potter. He played the big wizard with the big beard.
Hagrid?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a really good. Yeah.
And then for Proto Man, because again, I went based off the TV series, Tanner Buchanan. You probably don't know him, but he's from the Cobra Kai TV series. And he also played the son on Designated Survivor. If you want to look him up.
I don't think I have to because I'm pretty sure that I used
him in something.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's a really good actor. I like him a lot. He would make a good Proto Man because he plays a decent, like a really good kind of bad guy in Cobra Kai. And then lastly, for Roll, a character you may not recognize, Breck Basinger. She plays the lead in the new TV series on CW Stargirl.
Okay.
Yep. And that's all I came up with for my Mega Man movie.
You didn't pick anyone for Rush? Rush
know.
is the robotic dog.
I don't know. Whoever played Scooby Doo and Lassie. You know what? I'd pick Ryder.
There you go. That's a good pick. And I'm sorry, I don't remember what you said. Would you make this a new live action TV show? Or would you make it a movie?
It'd be a movie. Yeah, I had 1, 2, so 3 of mine on my list. I said was going to be movies, and 2 were TV series.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
So what do you got for your next part of your ham and your ham sandwich?
So I'll pick one that I have the Tanner Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked the game Devil May Cry.
Okay.
And I thought that they should make that a movie. And so in Devil May Cry, you actually have like the first 3 games, you have the main character Dante.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the other games, you ended up having a new main character whose name was Nero. And then in the most recent games, I think the 2 most recent ones, you had both Dante and Nero in the games together. So for the movies, I would have both of the characters. I put both the characters in there, just slaying a bunch of demons with guns and big swords. And, I just think that'd be awesome. Be a really cool movie. I'm surprised I haven't brought this one to
the big screen.
Yeah.
Or
TV movie. Yeah.
I will say I've never played any of the Devil May Cry games, so I'm unfamiliar with any of the characters in it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've played a handful of them here and there through the years, and they're just a lot of fun. Good hack and slash, but the combat feels really good. So, yeah, they're really, really cool games. So anyway, so for Dante, I would have a guy that you know very well is Jared Padalecki.
Oh, I didn't pick any of the boys from Supernatural.
Yeah,
that's good.
And then for Nero, who's younger than Dante, is I picked Tanner Buchanan.
Okay.
I thought he'd play a good Nero.
He's a good actor. I like him.
Especially with the Cobra Kai background and stuff, already having some sort of action, worked in some action. I thought that those would be too good off each other too.
I like it. Any other characters part of the Devil May Cry series?
Those are the only 2 I put down.
Those are the only 2 we down. All right. My next one, I'll do another movie. This is a short list too for this one. Jet Force Gemini.
Nice.
Sweet movie. And I went with for the main. So again, I didn't pick one for the dog.
What?
But for Juno, who's like a teenage boy type thing, I went with a guy named Brenton.
Type thing.
What?
Teenage boy type thing.
Yeah, he's something like that. I went with your guy from Titans, Brenton Thwaites. Is that how you pronounce the name?
It's kind of like how I pronounced it. So
for Robin. And for that was Juno, who's the boy in it. And then for Vila, I went with Chloe Grace Moritz. Do you know what she's been in?
Yeah. Kick ass.
There you go. I knew that name sounded familiar. Like as I'm reading her name, I'm like, is this the guy Ken? Is this the girl that Ken just mentioned?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, she's gonna sign a multi-movie deal so she can be in all of our movies.
Perfect.
There you go. Yep. So
good pick.
Those are the only 2 main real characters. I mean, anything else would have to be CGI. I mean, there are giant bugs running around.
Yeah. Ants. Giant ants.
Yeah, giant ants.
Really great game, though.
It is a great game. All right. What do you got for your next one?
So let's see. A really cool game. I much as I love FromSoft and all their games, I did not go with a Dark Souls game. Instead, I went with Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. And the main character in that game is a character by the name of Wolf. And he's how'd you know? So he's a dog. No. So for him, and I just thought that this should be a movie. The actor I picked was Jeong Ji-hoon, who played the main character in the movie Ninja Assassin.
Oh, such a good movie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of blood in that movie.
There
I mean, it
was
was
a
all
lot of-
CGI, but that was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if it was all real blood. It's
So
like
he
chucking full pints of blood at people.
so this is kind of like a
Okay.
Devil May Cry sort of esque, a lot of fighting with swords, slaying demons, and all that jazz. So obviously he has a really good track record in Ninja Assassin in doing stuff like that.
Yep.
So I think that he'd play a really good wolf in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Is that your only character from it?
Yes.
All right. Good call. Good call. Next up, I have a TV series of one of my other favorite games. And actually, it's a game I just got a mouse pad for. Chrono Trigger.
Wait. Can you? Because I have Chrono Trigger 2,
Okay.
and that's my other really, really good one.
Okay. Well, then I'll come back to this then.
Because you only have 2 left, right?
Yeah, I have Chrono Trigger and one other one.
Yeah. Okay. Do your other one, and then I'll
Okay.
do my other one, and then
My other one is another TV series I would do. Also an RPG, Secret of Mana.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm. So I only picked 3 characters this one. So the first one I have is the character Randy, who's like a young boy in the game. So I have David Mazouz.
Does
He
he
basically-
make you Randy?
He basically played the young Bruce Wayne in the TV series Gotham that was out came out a couple years ago. Yep, I figured he would make a good young character for it. And then we have Prim, who I selected for that, the young actress McKenna Grace. Do you have any idea what she was in?
Kick ass? No. No, but that sounds familiar.
So she's hasn't been in a ton of stuff, but she was in Young Sheldon. Is probably the newest thing that she's been in. I guess you can look her up if you're interested. And she was also in Designated Survivor. Great TV series. And then lastly, I have the character Pope Boy. I think that's how you pronounce the character's name. Played by character Kelly Fleming. She was in one of the newest Star Wars movies. She plays the daughter on The Walking Dead of Carl's sister, basically.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it where she's like a
Yeah,
grown,
she's like a baby in the first couple of seasons. She plays a great baby.
Yeah.
No, whoever plays it. Anyway, she plays like the older, as she gets a little bit older, the daughter
Carl.
on The Walking Dead. There we go.
Cool.
All right, so what's your other one? And then we'll go back to Chrono Trigger.
So my other one would be a TV show, and it would be God of War.
Ooh, that'd be a good TV series.
And I'd have the seasons follow the games, like season 1 follow game 1, game 2, game 3, and then the newest God of War would be great. But for Kratos, I have Dave Bautista.
Ooh. Who's
I think
that?
I don't know. I think he would make a great Kratos.
He would also make
badass.
a great Guardian of the Galaxy.
Drax.
Oh. Yes, good choice. I like it.
Yeah. So that's
That's the only character you picked out for it?
That's the one.
All right, so let's jump into Chrono Trigger then. Who do you have playing Chrono?
So I worked really hard on this.
Okay.
Timothy Chamlet.
Who is that?
He's from did you watch Dune?
No, I have not seen Dune yet. It's on my list.
But he's the main character.
Oh,
like
okay.
the kid.
I had Lucas Till. Do you know who that is?
I do.
He's
Tell
from the
me.
newest MacGyver remake. He plays
Oh,
MacGyver.
okay. Yeah.
And he was in
X-Men.
X-Men. Yeah.
Yep. He
I thought it
played Cyclops' brother.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
And he played MacGyver. Not as good as Richard Dean Anderson did it, but then again, nobody would.
Good chrono pick. Good chrono
Okay.
pick.
Who do you get for? Do you have
Marley?
Luca next? Marley. Okay, I go Marley.
So Marley, I have Emma Watson.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice. I went with Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones.
From Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
Another
Yep.
great choice.
Good choice.
Another great choice.
Do you got Luca?
Luca, I have Shailene Woodley.
Don't know who that is.
She is or was Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend, but she also was in the Divergent, Resurgent,
Oh, okay.
those movies.
Emergent.
Emergent. If
I don't know
you
what that is.
if you pull up a picture of her and
Yeah.
you pull up a picture of Luca, you put that Luca's hair on her. I'm telling you, they look exactly alike.
That's a good pick. But you know who else will look just like her?
Who?
I went with Daisy Ridley
Oh,
from Star Wars.
Who's that?
I'm just gonna bounce my. Who? Do you really? You don't know who that is?
She's the one who plays Rey, right?
Yeah, in the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good pick.
I'd watch her in almost anything. Bless you. Did you sneeze?
Yeah, I did.
I saw you sneeze and then mute it. You're like, that made no sound. I was like, oh, that's amazing.
How did he do that?
All right, do you have Ayla?
Yeah, but do you have Frog?
Hold on. Frog. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I do have Frog. Who'd you pick for Frog?
AKA Glenn. I have Tom Hiddleston.
Oh yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yep, from Thor and Loki.
And Loki. Yeah.
Charlie Hunnam.
Ooh, from Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. I tell you what, anybody who's never seen Sons of Anarchy, watch it. Amazing. Great show.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah, I like how we were both thinking. You're thinking like a accent English
Exactly.
like, actor.
Yeah. I was like, he can pull that off.
Yeah.
Do you have Ayla?
Yeah, but do you have Robo?
Oh my goodness. Do Ayla.
Okay. So for Ayla, I have Anna Taylor-Joy.
I don't know that name either.
She was in the Queen's Gambit. She's a relatively like newer actress in the last probably 5-6 years. Really started to become really big. It's like bleach blonde hair, young. I think she could do a good.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. For my Ayla, I went with another blonde, Florence Pugh. P-U-G-H. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She's most famous for she plays in Black Widow. She's the sister of Black Widow, and she has a pretty prominent role in the Hawkeye TV series as Black Widow's sister.
Oh.
She was a pretty good actress. I liked her a lot.
Cool.
Yep. You got Magus?
I do.
Who do you get? I can't believe you haven't picked the same person for anything yet.
Well, hey, casting directors.
We get two. I got two left. Magus and Robo.
Oh, Robo. Yeah, me too. So for Magus, I have Adam Driver.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. That was a good one. I will say that's better than my choice after hearing that. Damn it. I went with Zac Efron.
Zac Efron for Magus?
Well, he just dyed his hair blonde. Well, I was thinking about him. He plays in the new who's the serial killer there? The Ted Bundy movie. Magus is a crazy psycho. I'm like, he just played Bundy.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I got you.
But Adam Driver's a good pick. Actually. I was
Thanks.
like, oh, that's so weird. I went with Adam Driver too.
Wow. Dad, what are you scratching out over there?
All right. You're going to laugh when I tell you my last one, but who'd you pick for a Robo?
So for Robo, I thought of John Boyega from the new Star Wars movies.
What? How is he Robo?
I mean, Robo is a friggin' robot. So, like, we're gonna the maid from the Jetsons. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's just gonna be a voice. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be a voice. So, like,
well, I was thinking Robo was kind of funny in like a bigger character. I went with Zach Galifianakis. From The Hangover, for those of you who don't know.
Or Between Two Ferns.
Or The Hangover. He'd be perfect.
That's a good pick.
Hey, if you get Adam Driver against Zach Galifianakis, can you imagine the casting director actually putting this list together and these people, they'd be like, Who are all of you?
I've never seen you before in my life.
Guy's like, ever seen Between Two Ferns? Zach Efron's like, you ever seen Baywatch?
Good
Anyways,
picks.
That's our list. I cannot wait to see the comments start rolling in on this one.
Like, yeah, episode 13 and 14 is hilarious. 15, what were you guys
What a
thinking?
dud. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
But yeah, so that was our deep dive for this week.
That was our dive.
That was our dive into.
Anyways,
dive
hey,
into splash.
they're not all gonna be winners.
It was good.
It was a good one.
That was good.
I mean, yeah.
We'll keep telling ourselves that. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. There was one more thing on the Chrono Trigger. I said it was going to be a movie, 2 parts. 2 parts movie. 1 part up to Chrono's death. Spoilers alert. And then the ending of the movie would tell us that there was like it would, foreshadow like, but there may be a way to bring Chrono back. And then part 2 starts with the journey up Death Peak.
Okay, good call. Mine was a TV series.
I'd take honestly.
But no. I like your idea of a 2-part movie. That's pretty good. Yeah,
Chrono Trigger live action. I'd take it anyway. I can get it.
Sure. I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree. Good picks, Ken. Good job out of you.
Likewise, T.
You're a winner in my book. Did you call me T?
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever called me T.
There's a first time for everything, T.
And a second. All right.
Well, T, this has been fun.
Jeez. KK. Okay. K. Just 2 Ks.
Just 2. Oh, God.
All right. It's getting late. We'll wrap this up.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways.
Next week, we'll be coming at you with another excellent episode of the We're Brothers podcast.
We don't know what it'll be yet, but we'll let you know when we know.
But it will be about something.
Prepare to be tuned.
That's right.
Tune in next time. All right. Until next time, folks.
Same bro channel.
Stole my line. Okay.
Go ahead.
Same
bro channel.
Same bro
Same
time.
bro time.
All right. Yeah.
We're brothers.
We're brothers. Peace.